Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. For those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. Burning some Palo Santo. I don't know. I love sage, but Palo Santo is my go-to. So for those of you that don't know, Palo Santo is Peruvian holy wood. I love the smell of it. I love the purity. I don't know, it just feels so much more pure to me than the sage for whatever reason, but that's just my go-to on that. So to each their own. But anyhow, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Nicole. For those of you returning, lovely to have you. I got very guided this morning to sit down and do a collective reading. Spirit kind of hit me with it yesterday, and then here we are again today. I've got the pumpkin and clove candle lit. I've got the Palo Santo going. Spirit actually guided me to do this reading a bit different than I typically do, using some, I don't know what you would call it. I just kind of doodle, basically, on plain computer paper. And so I was like, Spirit, do I get the cards? And they're like, yeah, but 1:11 on the clock. But do it this way. So I'm going to kind of doodle and do my thing, so please be patient with me. It takes a little bit of time sometimes for these messages to come out. But I also heard before I got the paper, get into the rhythm. So I don't know what that rhythm is for you. Again, doing this for as long as I have, when those things come through, there's typically a reason for that. So there's a message for you in that. Get into the rhythm. I am going to grab this Shaman's Oracle. I haven't used it in many moons. We're going to get it out. We're still under the energy of the Aries full moon, which just happened last night, maybe happening where you are right now. But we're going to get into this. I'm going to see what messages come through. This is a collective reading for all the signs. They're not time-stamped or anything like that, though. Thank you to everybody who did join me for the live last night. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Bear with me. The rain is coming in. Congestion is happening today. Every time the rain comes in, it's the same thing for me. So I apologize for any that I've got going on. Personal reads are open and available. That information can be found in the description box below, as well as the about section of the page. What else? Channel memberships are open. Do join us on that side. Moving forward, for the most part, all full moons and things like that will be and are usually there and there alone. What else? Let's see. Thank you to everybody who's liked, shared, subscribed, commented, booked personals, made donations. Your love and support of this channel means the world to me. So thank you for all that you do here. All right. So with that being said, Spirit's telling me to write that down. So get into the rhythm, collective. Get into the rhythm. I'm going to start to do my thing here. Into the rhythm. All right. So I can't even spell rhythm. All right. All right, let's see, Spirit, what is coming up for the collective? The letters S and J are going to have great significance to somebody out there. The letter D as well. Timing, you may feel like could be some sort of issue around communication. It's almost like when you least expect it, that's about the time that it comes in. And I apologize for not looking up at you guys as I'm doodling here. I'm also hearing music and love notes. So it's almost like pay attention to the music that you're listening to. There could be verses or parts, Spirit saying one-liners of music that seem to hold a greater significance than most. Some of you could be doing some sort of candle magic. I'm going to say this because Spirit just brought it up. If you own a Tesla, here we go. Spirit and their random shit. If you own a Tesla, you're likely soaking more money into it than it's worth. No offense to the makers of Tesla, but there we are. So there's something about that. The letters T, E, and S also, it's a test. Spirit is giving you a test of will. You may feel more calm than you have in a while, almost like nothing, Spirit is saying nothing, I got the chills, nothing is really bothering you. So confirmation with the chill. the letter M also is coming out significantly. I'm hearing, was that Train saying, will you marry me, right? Will you marry me? Together forever could never be long enough for me. So there's something about that. So some of you could be deepening commitments or having thoughts around marriage, family, home, and I'm hearing home encounters. Keep a neighbor with the letter of P, starting with a P. It's almost like, I don't know if they're putting in a new street sign where you are. There could be some conflict around neighbors, and you're just like, listen, if they need to put a stop sign in, let them. If they need to put a watch children sign in, let them. So there could be something around property associated with that as well. Here's the thing, Spirit's saying. Here's the thing. What's the thing, Spirit? Here's the thing. I'm also hearing contract negotiation. So maybe they may be paying for some sort of right of way or something like that. It leaves you feeling empty. What is that about? It's making you feel something else, some contractual obligation, maybe making you feel, or maybe if this is that neighbor situation, if it's tied together, maybe making you feel boxed in. Something about like a Jack in the Box too. You think about a Jack in a Box, like it kind of pops up out of nowhere. It's a bit of a surprise element, like, oh shit, like where did that just come from? Some of you could be getting, Spirit is saying, good surprises. So it's kind of like a gift from the universe that could be coming in for you that is very unexpected. Box planes? I don't know what the hell that means, box planes. I don't know, is that a type of plane? I have no idea. I'm not a airport junkie kind of thing. That's not quite my thing. Pay attention. Some of you have, oh, Spirit, hold on. Pay attention to angel numbers. You have, like, I could be cute and say like little fairy godmothers around you. But you do. You've got some kind of angel protection around you at this time. It's bees, angels, and it's kind of like the oh my God, the devil and angel energy too, kind of like, you know, one sitting on one side of your shoulder, the other sitting on the other. So pay attention. Spirit is saying pay attention to your thoughts around that. The windmills could have great significance. It may be a place where you walk and go. You see like the windmills. They have electric ones now, or the solar powered ones, or whatever they're called. The windmills. Hope. Spirit is hope. What is the hope about? It's a significant point of conveyance. So like maybe you being around other people is giving you some sort of hope around Spirit saying trials and tribulations. Maybe you have felt a little down lately, and it's providing hope. Some of you also could be building or buying new birdhouses, spring or winter, no matter where you are, fall. But the birdhouses, there's something about pairs. I don't know what the significance, spiritual significance of pairs are, P-E-A-R-S. The birdhouses and pairs specifically, this could even be something about an organization that builds birdhouses for community efforts is also what I'm hearing. A lot of information coming in, a lot of random stuff here. It's a central part, something about a central part of a theme. What is the theme? It's humanity. It's raising the collaborations of humanity, and you could be a part of that. So you think about anything pertaining to animals specifically. It's got star energy attached to it. It's fulfilling, right? When we think of the star, the number 17 and the tarot is the star energy. It's inspiration. It is hope. It is healing, right? We talked about that hope that just came out. It is an inspirational energy. So again, like whatever you're doing could be inspiring others. 8-8. So infinity, right? What goes around comes around. Pay attention to what you're reaping and sowing here at this time as well. But I feel like if you're in this energy of hope, it is causing a point of direction for yourself. So where maybe you felt like you were lacking some sort of purpose, this is giving greater purpose to the greater good as you move forward and carry on into something. So there's that. Spirit says that's the end of that specific message. So let's cordon that off. Spirit's asking me to get a card. This is what comes out for me. Stuff like that. Little sketchy, a little weird, but that's just the way that it comes out for me. So let's see here, Spirit. What else? Let's get a card and then let's draw on that. Literally draw and draw on that. Draw, sometimes that too, Spirit is saying, is sometimes just a massive standstill. Time, Master, and the Crow. It's sometimes a standstill when you call a draw, needing to call a truce. You end up on an even number, and it's like nobody wins, nobody loses, but something Spirit is saying is something's got to go. So it's kind of like at some point, it's kind of like you wave the white flag. You need to walk away from something here moving forward. The drum. So you got the eagle energy. That is that of Scorpio as well. Number 15, that's also devil energy in the tarot. The 15th through the 17th specifically, Spirit is saying could have great evolutionary purpose. It's almost like becoming a new warrior in your own right, where shadows that have been casted around you, it's like you're clearing it. So you think about drums, like drum circles. I don't know a whole lot about them, to be honest with you, but it's the sound, right? A percussion, like it's the sound of it. It clears out the energy. It sets the new tone. You are setting a new tone when it comes to something or someone else, potentially between the 15th and the 17th. Is that a weekend? I don't have a calendar around me. This is what? The 7th? Is today the 7th, I think, right? 13, 14, 15. So that's Tuesday through Thursday of next week, I actually think. So it's like a Tuesday through a Thursday kind of thing. I don't know why that's important, and I don't know why the weekend, Spirit, the weekend leading up to that is going to be important. Thank you, Spirit. I heard I could rope the moon for you. I could rope the moon for you. Boy, something with that, something feels really good. Something feels really open. It's almost like heart, collective. I don't know what this is, but it's like a warm and fuzzy kind of feeling, like I'm opening up to this. Like, who knew that this new adventure would wait for me? There's, again, time, the time master. This is clearing out some old patterns that some of you may not, and I kind of touched upon this energy last night in the full moon reading. I almost said new moon. That may take us, that's going to take us closer to the new moon. But this is like, okay, these are the things that I'm letting go of. They have not served me. And now there's this great need for healing and peace. But in part of, I talked about like moving forward, like there were parts that we needed, obviously, with the full moon to release. Spirit, 3 stars recommended. Some of you could be traveling, hotels. What is this, this drum about, Spirit? Spirit, as seen on TV. So it's like you could be, what, as seen on TV? That's so random. Give me a second here. You could be dealing with somebody. You think about it, it's like, oh, did you see that in that infomercial, right? Boy, that looked like that would make that fun or convenient, or boy, that's real pretty. Like, someone you've dealt with, collective, to me feels like they just, everything is about the way that it looks, right? As seen on TV. It's where I saw that at, right? Like, that's how it looks. But then, like, when you get it, it's garbage. You spent a lot of money on something that is shit. This person that you've dealt with, they could, Spirit is emphasizing it's separate of that feel-good feeling. Just FYI, I've got 2 separate messages going on here. We'll circle back to that in a second. But it feels like there's strings involved. There's attachments. There's an attachment style that this person or situation has to you. And, you know, it's almost like you might be able to tell by the way their eyes look, like they may be really dark circled. They just look, like, this is gonna sound fucking awful. Like, Spirit, I can't say that. Oh my God, I can't. Even I have to draw the line. Oh God, I don't even know how to put this to you. Like, they look dark to me, right? This is kind of like a ghost of a past needing to, I told Scorpio this yesterday, needing to reconcile that. You think about Spirit saying the Star of David too, but the point of that is healing. But it's almost like someone is showing up very dark, very evil. And I say it like that because like their energy comes in with great resentment, right? They put on a facade that they are healed, or they're fine, they are put together, right? They try to represent, or they have, thank you Spirit, they have tried to represent themselves as something in which they are not. And this person is like, there's certain parts of them and it's like they can't keep their mouth shut, is what I'm hearing from Spirit. They just keep going and going and going and going, and it's just like, you know what, please just shut it, just stop talking. It was at Libra's monthly read. It says like, stop, like I don't want to hear anymore. This person, it's like the idea of something is to bring in unity in some way, but like I'm looking at the pentagram that kind of came out in this, and the pentagram in the upright is the pentacle, right? In the reverse, that's when it stands for something devilish or satanic, right? And I feel like this person has tried to represent themselves in the upright position. So this could be somebody or something that has tried to stop your manifestations from taking hold. It's like they're constantly trying to build barriers around your life, your energy. It's almost like they want to see you very, very, some people could want to see you behind bars. Like they want to see you, caught in some sort of restraint and restriction. And it's like, if I can just keep collective behind this wall so that nobody sees them, because they do realize there's some sort of elevation that is happening for you. And there's 10 blocks there. And in that, at number 10 is a new beginning getting ready to take shape. This person comes in like there's some sort of crazy superhero, like I'm here to save the day and I'm trying to do this and I'm trying to do that, and collective is in my way, and so I've got to kind of squash them. I'm seeing them kind of pop up as like this monster, like something that is bigger than life. Like they're trying to show themselves differently, but it's almost like their energy, like it's like people who, they can't just have a conversation, they have to get loud. 18 on the clock. They need to get loud and louder, like to be heard, like they have to scream, right? They've got to be overbearing to your energy. And I feel like that's who or what you're dealing with. Like maybe their words in the past were enough, like people believed, Spirit, thank you, believed what they said, and now all of a sudden it's like, because some strategy or strategic form in which they took in the past, it's no longer being heard. It's like a pipe, Spirit saying a pipe dream that they once had, that they would squash your ability to do something for yourself. And now that this gag, like they're trying to gag you, and ultimately what they're doing is gagging themselves, right? They're gagging themselves in the sense, though, that everything that they say, the number 3 and the number 4, 34 could be a significant age for you at this time, or something significant to the 34th year of your life. If you're that old, could have significance. The 3rd to the 4th, they could have a birthday around the 3rd or the 4th of the month as well. But it's like where they wanted to be heard. They wanted to rule the narrative. They wanted to speak out loud. They wanted to give, whatever they had to say, right, was like the gospel. That was the truth. Like, don't question my authority here. And if you are collective, you know, here you are. They may really tend to want to push your boundaries. The letters J, the letters L too in this regard could be important. Spirit just said Libra and Justice. So you could be dealing with a Libra at this time as well. You know, this could be the person that you're at odds with, you know, in this regard. Their mask is starting to fall off, right? Whatever nonsense they've been doing, it feels like it's starting to come to life. And it's almost like if you're unbothered by it, if you're still smiling, if you're still pushing forward, if you're still carrying on despite this person's attempts to subdue you, man, it's just like they keep, in spirit, they just keep trying to build fences and walls and fences and walls around you. And this drum, we go back to the drum here, Spirit. What is the purpose of the drum in this deck? It's to defeat all odds. Like, you've defeated things that they've tried to rob you of, things that they have tried to subdue you from. Like, you just keep coming out, even when it's been difficult. Like, I won't say to you for a second that this journey in regards to this person has been an easy one, because I do feel like they've created, you know, more things for you to worry about, more things for you to take on than you wanted to, right? It's just like, shit, there's another fire now that I have to put out. So they haven't made it easy, but the thing of it is, the most important thing is each time that it's happened, though, you've been able to find a way to persevere through this situation despite what they've done. It's kind of like playing hangman, Spirit saying. It's like, you know, you keep, if you're like doing the little letters and stuff, it's like they keep trying to add more parts of you to be hung. It's hanging you out to dry. They've tried to hang you out to dry. They will not be successful. I want to make that perfectly clear. If they've used some spirit saying letter of the law or whatnot, like, they will not be successful in this endeavor. Okay, so just let that be known. All right, so when it comes to this feel-good feeling that I felt, Spirit, let's go back to that, please. Enough of the nonsense. What is this about? Unity at its finest. There could be something about scribing. There's some very fancy lettering on something that appeals, Spirit is saying, appeals to the heart space. A feel-good feeling that we felt. Some of you, this could pertain to a significant other in your life, particularly a divine masculine. What is that about? There's a gift giving. There's a gift giving. It's almost like it's talk about not wanting to be seen. It's like they're letting little parts of themselves seep out. Like, what is that? Oh my God, South Park. Like, I don't really watch that show, but was that the little guy in the orange? Of all the things, I don't know. Maybe South Park holds some significance for you or your person. There it is again. Like, there's a dog. There's a dog here. A dog. Like, it's funny because I can't draw. Like, if I try to sit down and draw something, it turns out horrible, but I can draw things in this. It's crazy. But anyhow, was it Kenny? Was that his name? I think. I don't know. But the little guy in orange. And it's like, you know how his face is like rounded and there's like, I don't know, it looks like he's got a snowsuit on or whatever it is. Like, the face in itself is the important thing here. Like, it's like they don't want to be seen for how, like, they try to hold some kind of steady, stable balance. Like, they want to be, it's weird, they want to be seen by you, but they also don't want to be seen as, Spirit is saying, careless. The question here, Spirit is saying, is why do they not want to be seen? They too have an image to uphold. What about this? Spirit is saying, is it love or money? So somebody could be questioning the point of a connection, like why that connection exists, and they are trying to it's like shoulder some sort of burden from the past themselves that they're trying to release at this time. Okay, so let's see, anything else on that? What is that? Why do they come so strong, Spirit, through this feel-good kind of thing? This feel-good energy that came through. What is that about? The ocean. Something about the ocean could have significance. There could be some sort of relationship to a father figure, or they're trying to uphold a more masculine, fatherish kind of figure as well. They're understanding your niche. Something separate, hugs and kisses as well. I feel like somebody's really trying to just uphold a particular sort of image here when it comes to you. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that there. I think that's more than enough. So here, I'll show that to you. Lots of stuff right there. Right. So, all right, let's grab some cards. 25 minutes of that. That's wild. What is? I'm gonna ask Spirit what the rhythm is about. What is this rhythm? What is this rhythm, Spirit, that we're dealing with at this time? What is that message? Get into the rhythm. Spirit, get into the grooves. The Madonna, you've got to prove your love to me. The Council and the Serpent. I talked about the snakes for Scorpio yesterday and their weekly, I think it was. Smoky Mirror. This, I talked about that too recently. Our Spirit, the Gatherer. Harvest season. Get into the rhythm. The Earth Keeper. Very, very... So, we just left Virgo season. Capricorn comes at the end of the year. 18's come up twice now. 18. What is that? The moon. That's moon energy. 18 is moon energy. Gathering resources right now. Build up your finances. Build up your reserves. It's almost like some of you could be strategically planning for the next phase of life, right? So this could be retirement, this could be a project, this could be buying a house, whatever this next phase looks like for you. The Great Pumpkin, again, is pumpkins. So harvest season, the fall, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. What is this? That's also 21, which is completion. It's a completion. It's the harvest, right? It's everything has come to pass. The Death card and the Five of Pentacles. Okay, Scorpio energy on the table. What is the Five of Pentacles about? Let's get into the rhythm, Spirit. Three of Swords. Very interesting. The Death card, the Five of Pentacles, the Three of Swords. Underlying that is the Page of Cups. Somebody here, potentially Scorpio, Scorpio's here, has some very serious healing to do. It's like you think about, I'm going to say cattle dogs. Their job is to push the herd forward. It's to push things out of the way, right? Get them to one space and contain that. The Death card, the Five of Pentacles, Three of Swords. I feel like somebody here is pushing the disappointments and the hurt into a particular space. It's almost like cleaning up that mess. I've talked many times, I think especially with Scorpio, about the residual energy, cleaning up the mess. So this rhythm is more so about cleaning up things, like finding new habits, new patterns, new routines. But in the process, it's almost like you're cleaning up the cobwebs, you're cleaning up the Spirit, the fine print, sacrifice. What is this Five of Pentacles? Someone's scooping up honor and dignity, integrity, lineage, awards. You're surpassing the challenges here. Remembering where you came from, suspicion. SS could have some significance as well. Sacrifice and suspicion. The things that you have, okay, Spirit, look for, investigate. The things that you have dealt with in the past. It's like if you know what you've sacrificed before. Dare I sacrifice certain things again? And I think that in this point in time, or at this point in time, that energy of living in that idea of what is residual has held you back from pure connection to something and or someone. Could be career, could be a person, right? Whatever. But what you need to realize is that it sounds a little redundant, but where you've been and where you are not the same thing. And there is like, if I put in this work, is this going to just show me short-term gain versus long-term success in whatever this is? Spirit is asking you to rest on this, to give yourself the time and the dedication, because it's like you feel like you have fallen short every time you've put in genuine energy and effort, and it's been easier maybe to go it alone, or easier to just avoid certain situations and or people. If I'm by myself, then nothing affects me, right? If I work alone, nobody has influence. If I live alone, nobody has influence. If I go to the store by myself, nobody has influence. But, you know, because you don't know what could come. And that is the scary part to this, is like, is this, Spirit saying past subjection. It's what you've been subjected to in the past. So why is this coming up now, Spirit? Why is this coming up for the collective now? So that could go back to that person I said, what, Libra or Taurus? Why is this coming up now? Loyalty. Where you've placed your loyalties. Spirit saying self-care and fulfillment. Glass half empty, glass half full. 33 comes out. You've got 21 here twice. So again, completion times 2. This is big. So not only vision, not only is this, and I think I said this for Scorpio. Again, here we go. So Scorpio, you may very well be the majority in the room here. This particular energy completes something not only for you, but for somebody else. Now, twofold to that. One, as you close this cycle, someone else may not have any other choice but to have to close a cycle out with you. 32, 32 on the clock, 5, 5. So it's an enforcing some sort of change. They're seeing it as glass half empty. Like, well, now what am I supposed to do? You need to be seeing this as your completion of the dedication, loyalty to yourself to transform yourself, glass half full. Bittersweet, but this chapter has come to a close. I've learned a lot of big, valuable lessons with the Three of Swords, but this isn't something that should be dictating the rest of my life, okay? And it's like you are ready to separate yourself from this very difficult, I'm going to call it a difficult journey. And on the other side of this, you've got the Page of Cups and the Hangman. So the second side to that is when you are releasing or closing out this cycle, I said to Scorpio specifically, when you do that, you are also leading by example. You are setting the tone for someone else to do the same. It's like you're following in each other's footsteps in this healing. And I think that's separate. It's absolutely separate energy of the person who is glass half empty for you, is what Spirit's saying, for you. They don't like that this cycle has come to a close. It's like they've wrapped their self in the idea that there's some energy attachment to you, that without you to kind of be like the host for the parasite, what do they do with themselves? That means they're going to have to deal with their anger and aggression, and it's going to end up going places that they may have had decent rapport with, but that aggression's going to go out somewhere else because they haven't healed it. Now, this loyalty to yourself, judgment, it's a epiphany, rebirth, forgiveness, growth, uncertainty of success. This Five of Pentacles, it's always something that makes you feel like no matter what you do, it's not enough. It's never going to be good enough for that particular situation. And that's ultimately what has led to the heartbreak. But by recognizing that giving giving up. Did I say this in the very beginning? Like, you've got to separate yourself from this, right? Was this reader did I do for the channel members? I can't remember now. That your self-sacrifice needs to be for yourself and not for another person. Not doing and giving to others till you're just absolutely worn out. And this fulfillment card, 3 of Swords, 8 of Cups, emotion with the, if Spirit said, doesn't say, I mean what I said, emotionally walking away from things that have left you feeling half fulfilled. If they don't show true emphasis, that it's I'm going to say harmonious, that they feel like they need to lash out at you, it is time to walk away. It's walking away from disappointments. It's walking away from disillusionments. It is time to action. With the 8 of Cups, right? They are actioning in the process of feeling the emotional withdrawal. So you're starting to move into a higher soul-seeking journey than where you've been before. Travel could be at hand for some of you. Think about cats. They're good on their own. They are very independent. I feel like somebody has been trying to ride off of your coattails for some time. And you're like, there's no room for you, right? Like, I think about my cat. He's huge. He's like 25 pounds. Like, when I sit in my chair, dude, you gotta go. There's not enough room here for the both of us. Like, and he needs his space and I need mine, right? Like, that's just the way that it is. Someone has attached themselves to your lifestyle that says, I need to hang on to you in some capacity. Energetically, physically, emotionally, whatever. They feel the need to continue to hang on to you. This is coming to a close. And I'm going to, Spirit saying, address that feel good feeling that I had for you all as well. What was that about, Spirit? That feel good feeling for the collective. This is a bit of a longer video. Oh well. What is in that 8, that vision? Aphrodite, love energy. So again, Venus energy, Taurus, Libra. They've taught you, Spirit just said, they've taught you how to love yourself. The feel-good feeling, nurture, series, Midhaven, North Node. You are being, oh boy, you are being pushed. You are amazingly being pushed, and Spirit said sorely being pushed to your North Node purpose. But it's uncomfortable is the point of that, right? It's been an uncomfortable feeling for you along the way. And as I say, that 7th house, relationships, 9, 2nd house of resources. I talked about it last night in the full moon read. Love and money. Your circumstances around those two things are going to change drastically when you've disconnected entirely from this. You've learned all that you've needed to know in this season. Series that's got the sheath to cut the wheat, right? It's, again, harvest season. Now through, I think, what, December 21st. This is a lot of cleanup work. A lot of cleanup work. This is your harvest season. This is your fall. If you're in the Northern Hemisphere, Southern Hemisphere, you know what your dates are there. Or your time frames are there. But it's a culmination, like Spirit's saying, both hemispheres are overlapping, right? So it's as one closes, one opens, right? Same thing. So Northern Hemisphere folks, like, this is very much time to clean up. And I feel like those of you in the Southern Hemisphere have done that cleanup work. Some of you are going to be further ahead than others, but it's leading to great abundance, great resources, the wisdom of knowing what works, what doesn't work, moving forward as well. It's Spirit saying it's a superb sort of energy. So what comes, Akashic, thank you, Spirit. What comes next for people that are resonating with this reading, Spirit? Weaving light comes out sideways. You are weaving together lessons, memories, and insights. Each thread matters. Trust the beauty emerging from your experiences. And underneath, weaving. There's a lot of weaving. I said it's like overlapping. Weaving. A weaver of emotions. You skillfully weave emotions into wisdom, compassion, and understanding. Your presence heals by simply being. Trust the sacred tapestry that you are creating. You're integrating worlds right now. You're leaving one, finishing it out, and starting anew. The weaving here for you is taking what you have learned into this next chapter. It's like buying yarn to make a blanket. You bought a certain brand, it didn't really hold up that well, so this time around you're going to try this different one because you know from past experience what did not work. This yarn is thicker and fuller and fluffier and more sturdy. So when you weave this tapestry together, you know all the patterns to make. You know the strength, the durability of something. The durability, Spirit is saying, is about you. No matter what the outcome is, even what you can't see, you know what you're made of. You know what you're built of. And this past person or situation, that's what they didn't want to see of you. They didn't want you to know what you were capable of. And yet here you are. I think it's a beautiful reading. I'm sending you all so much love. Personal reads are open and available. I look forward to seeing you, hearing from you. Donations, or just thank you for the donations to the channel, for the likes, the subscribes, the shares. It helps the channel out significantly, and I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you. I hope this message found you well. I hope that it gave you some insight to something. So take care, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.